Shalom, shalom, man.
Shalom.
All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this 100% truth, and sanitation to all the sincere out there, the elect. All right, that includes the men, the women, and the children. The Afwakim and the Wafbanim. That's the women and the children in Hebrew, man. And shalom, shalom once again, man. Back out here, back on schedule again, man. Yeah, after the Passat. Yeah, which is the year. It's a yearly thing, right? Which puts us back on, serious mode, right? The balance between the serious and the joy. So as a matter of fact, let's go in the spirit with let's bring out Psalms 2,
Go on.
and you know the one I want, around about 8, around about. We're gonna get to get to the point, or to get the spirit flowing. Psalms 2.
I got it.
Yeah. Probably sure.
Double check.
Read, and then I'll.
This is Psalms 2, and I'll start from verse 6. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree the Lord Yahweh has said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. Yeah,
man. So we're focusing on the sweet, man. You know, in the spirit of the Lord, right? Because yes, we're in the bitter, and we're lapping up the bitter, right? You have a good days and you have your bad days. Anytime you're in Babylon, you're gonna have to deal with it. You understand? We call it like the Hilang Goli. You know, that's one of my favorite sayings. You know, for those that understand it, was an old song called Hilang Goli Rider. And when you're doing the Hilang Goli, it's like you got the hills, which is beautiful. You know, when you're going up, it's a trek going up, and then you got on the way down from hills. You know, it's a bit easier coming down the hills. It's like you got the momentum that helps you come down, and then you got to deal with the gullies, right? If it's one of them kind of trek, it's gully, where you got to have your proper footwear attire on to deal with the gully, marshy and all of that. But then you got the smooth too, you know. You got the smooth, you know, like so hence the title, or the saying Hilang Goli Rider. So it's a reflection. That saying is a reflection and a projection of life. That's what life is like. Roller coaster, Hilang Goli, ups and downs. So it's bitter and sweet. Yeah, carry on with that. What he's reading with Baba Kushal.
This is Psalms 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen.
7. Read 7 again.
Go on. Psalms 2 and 7. I will declare the decree, the Lord Yahweh.
Because there's decrees, man. This is a decree, and we're under, talking about a little bit of this. We're gonna get to the sweet, but right now we have to deal with the bitter. We ain't in denial about it. We're drinking it all down, and we want to, because that's part of the training, man. You know, if you go in the sauna, hold it. I'll bring it out as well. If you go in the sauna, it's cold, it's hot. But then you got to jump in at the cold after. So your body's prepared for it. Your body, your mind is prepared for going in the hot. And it's all horrible to go into the hot, and it's all horrible once you come out of the hot and jump into the cold. It's all a shock to the system, fight or flight. But when your mind is made up and is prepared for it, it comes a little bit easier. What precept you holding?
Revelation 10 and 10 about the small book, sweet as honey.
Bring that one out.
So look, before that as well, though, on your point, when you're in the sauna, really your vessels, speaking in a more biological sense, your vessels, within your body, they actually open up. But then when you expose yourself to cold, they contract. So each time you enter somewhere hot and cold, like, instantly, that's like exercise for your vessels. That's like the way, if you do your little Hilang Goli, you're breathing. That also helps to expand and also contract your vessels as well. So that's blood flow. That's what keeps the vessel healthy. So in other words, as we have this walk where we have to endure the suffering on this side, and also the Most High gives us breaks, a breather. Okay.
Every now and then he throws us a bone. Occasionally.
So that's the balance of it that's required in order to keep us strong and really to let us grow in a healthy way
Right.
to face whatever we've got to face at the final battle.
Yeah.
You know, which will be the MOTB when the time to come and Jacob's
Yeah,
trouble.
that's the ultimate. You can. It depends on the mindset.
Yeah,
You could say it's the ultimate bitter and sweet. Depend because brothers want to see the fulfillment of prophecy.
Yeah.
So on the mindset, we're gonna see how it plays out. But we don't shy away. The point is we don't shy away. Like the Christian church, you know, I want everything nice and tell us smooth things. We don't shy away from the bitter. We don't want it. We don't want it all smooth. We don't want to be in a bubble, so to speak, because that's how you. That's what breeds tough men. Hard times breed tough men, man.
Yeah. All right, so this is the precept here, Revelation 10 and 9.
Yeah.
And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter.
That little book is the scrolls in them days. It was the scrolls, the papyrus scrolls that was written in scrolls. And for those that understood, that's why it was always, they always read. They knew exactly, the example of Yehoshua, he knew exactly when to open it up, where to, and it would take him where to. But now we've got the scrolls. The modern day scrolls now is the volume of the book, right? AKA the Apocrypha today. That's the scroll. So he gave it to us. It's not really focusing on the actual book, but it's what is in the book. The point that is being made here.
Yep. It says, and he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter,
Right.
but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
Yeah.
And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Right. So we spoke a lot about the bitter, especially we're still fresh in our minds after the Pesach. And brothers understand that, and brothers can break that down. Which is all a part of the movie that brothers can understand it, because High Priest King Yaquab said, in order for you to understand, to be good judges, you're going to have to understand both sides. So if you ask a brother to break, brothers got all their own little testimonies, their own little personal things, and brothers got collective stories. So we understand it, and it breeds tough men. Right? And when we pass the stories down to our offspring, right, for some of us who have offspring on this time, but in the kingdom, ultimately, right, they're gonna say, yeah, you're gonna look at us and say, what? You
went through that?
You went through that? My father, we're gonna give the glory to the Most High anyway, because we did it through the power of the Most High anyway. Yeah. Carry on what you're reading. Right. Yeah, and so getting through the bitter, once again, we don't shy away from the bitter. Just like that's why in the Christian church, there are a lot of them. What's the word? When the fire gets hot, they try to jump out the fire.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
You can't take it.
Can't take it.
Yeah, as it says,
can't take the heat.
Can't. In my mouth, sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Right.
And really that honey represents, the good things of this truth, the things of which you want to hear in this truth, such as, spiritual power, the blessings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the protection, as well as even women as well. You hear of those are the examples of the sweet as honey, because it's sweet to hear. And also the bitter, when you fully digest it, because the belly, that's where you actually digest your food predominantly. The mouth is just the entry point. That's why it may taste good. But when you're digesting it, that's when you then realize, okay, this involves suffering, this involves pain, this involves waiting patiently in the long term. So that's what it means by in my belly was bitter. Verse 11, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So of course, when it says in the previous verse where it says, as soon as I had eaten it, that eating is really pertaining to the studying of the scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures, of whom we have apostles in order to really teach us, which is referring to, there was a particular precept that I had in mind. Oh yeah, that's why we give double honors unto them, because they continue with the laboring, which involves teaching us, hence why we're able to actually digest the book.
Yeah.
So that's a reference to 1 Timothy 5 and 17.
Yeah.
So that was Revelation 10 and 11.
Yeah, bring out Psalms 100 Psalms 100 and hold on.
19?
No. Yeah, 119 and 71, yeah.
Good.
Bring that one out, Baba.
Psalms Psalms 119 verse 7. It is good for me that
And we could still get back to Psalms 2 and 8, yeah?
Yeah, still
It's some more there, yeah.
Psalms 119 verse Psalms 119 verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted.
Right, you hear that? The attitude of King David, man. He said it is good for me, right? As a matter of fact, Aleph, blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord, right? And it's in capital letters, right? Talks about being blessed, man. So King David, read that again. This is King David.
Psalms
Yeah.
119 verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted,
Right.
that I might learn thy statutes.
See? You see? Why are you, when you be barling and all of that, and we be telling it, when it goes off, we have to beat the youth, not to, not to spare the rod
spare the rod.
with the youth from a young child, right? From a very young child, you got to not spare the rod. So, same principle applies. It is good for me that I've been afflicted. And he's explaining why.
Verse 72. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than 1,000 of gold and silver.
Read 71 again and finish it, Baba Kushar.
Good.
Yeah.
Psalms 119 verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn my statutes.
Right, yeah. Being afflicted is something, that's the effect of going through the bitter, getting to the sweet. And we have to bring the balance, right? Because we're constantly reminded about the bitter, right? And if it was just bitter and always bitter and it was never going to get sweet,
Be a false balance.
it would be a false balance and it would be too much. The Most High, what they say, chastise you according to him, right? Which is with measure, not extreme, not with extremities. That would be a false balance with the extremities. Where they say, don't exasperate your children. That's a scripture too. Not to exasperate your children. Like some families are not, with that. Some brothers have got testimonies of all of that. You know what I mean? Like it's being exasperated. Beaten with an imbalanced measure. The child done. Child be a child, man. You know what I mean? There's certain things that a child go and do, and you expect them to do. So you don't beat them just for the sake of beating them. It's with measure, as it's saying there. Yeah, carry on.
The law of thy mouth is better unto me than 1,000
Of
gold and silver.
It's talking about the law. It's focusing on the law, the precious, the valuableness of the law, right? Which is the afflictions that make you look into the law. I mean, again, the bitters, brothers got testimonies about that. They started to read. They said, boy, life is bitter in Babylon, you see, man. Bitters, Marigo, I think his America means bitter. The name of a particular man, Marigo. Marigo meaning bitter. America meaning bitter. So it's bitter. Over there is bitter. Over here is bitter. 24/7. And the Most High ain't an unjust imbalance. Like again with the sauna, you can't overdo it in the saunas with the heat or the cold. Either one, right? There's time. You have to set a time limit to both of them, and then once the time limit is set, you've reached it, you're out of there, both of them. So the Most High is saying, right, there's a time limit. We know that. Someone can hold up. Bring out what you got. Finish that and finish that and bring out what you got.
Right, let's go to 73 now. Psalms 190 verse 73.
Yeah.
God, thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn thy commandments.
Yeah, and we're learning. They say sometimes people, if you can't hear, you must feel.
Yeah.
Or as we opened up with, the afflictions. It's the afflictions that make us learn.
Yeah.
Apply. Go to the scriptures. Learn the laws. The bitter. You walk in anywhere you walk now. You come into that time now where you see scanty clad, right? Men and women. A little bit of sun. They're out there with their undergarments. So that's unlawful, man.
Yeah.
In our kingdom, we ain't gonna allow that, right? What they call it, their wife beater, and even shorts as well. That's an undergarment. People coming out with the undergarment. I was just doing my little something over there, and I was saying, "Right, I have to bonfire upon Babylon, man." The people that is a perverse spirit among in this place, man. Yeah, so we finished with that one. What you got?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 13:1. He that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. So that's really talking about the balance of the affliction we're going through right now. It says, causeth him a father. It says, he that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, which is talking about basically getting those beatings physically, to discipline the son. The same way the Most High, the Father of spirits, is also disciplining us so that he can have joy of us in the time to come, where we're going to be in Yahushua's kingdom as worthy heirs to rule over the kingdom of Israel, and of course to rule over the heathen as well.
Yeah.
So it's not to be done in vain, but rather to strengthen us, man, to really to carve out our spirits in the right way that will be ready for us in the kingdom of Yahushua.
Yeah, when you want to get something, you want to refine it. When you're making a clay, a potter's clay. The scriptures talk about that as well. We are like clay. We are like the potter's clay, and He is our maker. So He's making us he's forming us right now, into that desirable vessel. Because He is the undesirable vessel, and Jacob, the scriptures talk about that in Romans. Romans 9 and 13. It might be 13 and 9, but you know the one. I think it's Romans 9 and 13. And it goes on to say that we are the desirable vessel. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, and there's a vessel that is made for an undesirable purpose, and he is the undesirable vessel. And we're both being formed. And we're formed as the desirable vessel, made for a desirable purpose. So He loves us, man, as you just read there. Read it again, Baba Kushar.
This is
about how He loved His child.
Oh yeah, Ecclesiasticus 13:1. He that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
He causes him often to feel the rod.
Yeah.
And Jacob, we got the rod, we got the bitter for the reminder. Right, coming, the transatlantic slave, Deuteronomy 28, brothers know it, the drill, that book, Without Sanctuary, right? And there's more things that, the more you get into your history and the bitter and learning, you may feel bitter, because that's just the way the flesh is. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's a mindset, and as you said, as we know, every now and then. It's beautiful because we're doing videos now. We're doing this sit down now. Most likely throwing us a bone. When we meet up as brotherhood. Oh boy. Now, when I think now, sometime I'll say this to the Akim out there. As well as we know we're in the bitter, take time out every now and then, which I know you do, to meditate on the sweet, man. Because the Most High understands it. He knows we want sweet, and we need sweet in the diet.
Yeah.
Bitter and sweet is a perfect balance, man. Seeing chariots, brothers, brothers say they saw chariots after camp Sunday gone. Throughout the week, aka we do videos, we see chariots. That's a bone. The Most High throwing us some sweet there, and to look what we got to, the bigger and better things, what we got to look forward to. Hold Romans 8 and around 19. Abu Kushar, you holding anything?
Yeah, I was holding that was what I was holding.
All right. Yeah, you hold. You bring it.
You
Yeah, no, he's got it. He said, hold it. You bring it out then. Yeah.
Right. Romans 8 and 18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed."
There you go. See that? You see the perfect balance. See, if you told me you only take a cold shower and it's bad for you, before and after, then what's the point? But if you put it in the perspective, in context, read that again, because it puts it in context, man. Let the scripture speak right there.
Romans 8 and verse 18. For I reckon the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah. See, break it down, man.
So as it says the sufferings of this present time. What we're going through right now. Having to endure the pain of this world, whatever the custom afflictions of which brothers have to go through, even just little things as well.
Yeah.
Such as, of course, women having their freedom to show themselves. That's pretty much a temptation onto
the liberty that they be abusing, using to their advantage. And it's horrible to see it. I'm saying, when you know, with our own women, how out of order they are.
Of
I don't give them two monkeys about the heathens. They can't sin. They're in their kingdom. You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
From the little sufferings, the little things of which will bring pain upon our vessels when we meditate upon them,
Yeah.
to the bigger ones holistically, like, you know, Esau, Edom going against us in the workplace and, you know, things of that form. He says the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us, and that's going to be post the salvation of in the chariots, man, the Aratazar, that we do make it. You know, after that, you know, that glory of which we're going to get, which will be, of course, after the crowning ceremony, there will be a spirit to each and every individual brother, where vessels are going to know when we float down, man. You know, when it says in Revelation 21, I saw Jerusalem coming down. Let me try to get down quickly as well.
Yeah.
Can we get it for you?
Yeah, Baba Kushan. Let me just speak on as you get out, Baba Kushan. So as it says in Revelation 21, where you saw Jerusalem coming down, there's going to be a spirit to that where heathen vessels are going to be looking up at us, man. They're literally going to be looking, how do I say it? Really, they're going to be looking at us for advice as well, because we're going to teach them our laws, and of course they're going to learn from us as well.
That's right.
Really, that's part of the glory too, because we're going to be above them and they're going to be below us. And that false perception of us being, you know, the bums of society, that will be no more anymore. So it's just going to be glory to glory. And anyone who disrespects us, even in the littlest manner, they will be punished.
Yeah. That reminds me. Why you're going to find
got
that.
it.
We go back to where we were in Psalms 2, and we read what you got there.
Can we go now?
Yeah. Read
Right,
it.
this is Revelation 21 verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city in Jerusalem coming down from the Lord our power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yeah, and we're the bride, Yahshua Allah, the so-called undesirables. Collectively, in the Most High's eyes, the elect are precious. But, you know, the world don't look at us, you know, don't see it like that. We looked at as ninjas. They put us in the same group, painted us with a broad brush. So we're undesirables, all of us, to them. In the mother of Babylon, Amerigo, bitter, and over here in the mother of Babylon, and over in America, Amerigo, bitter, if I'm saying it right. You know,
And the heathens see us.
yeah.
Shalom.
Yeah, no, go on, bring it.
The heathens see us this way as lowly and you know, as their servants. You know.
Yeah, three-fifths of a man. That's actually unlawful.
Wow.
But it's still in their books, especially over there in America. Yeah, go on.
Which gives them the confidence to really disrespect us, because that's the way Esau's painted the perception of us in their eyes. When they see the reality of things, where we're actually the powers upon this earth, they're going to realize that they made a very, very grave mistake, man.
Yeah.
And they're going to be wishing that they took back all that disrespect.
Yeah,
and the thing is, every spirit's going to be marked for whatever brother that they've disrespected, man.
Yeah.
In the kingdom, brothers are going to be able to have the power to call back certain spirits in order to punish them, you know, in the what do they call them, slave field or something?
In the cotton fields?
Yeah, well, wherever we're
In
going
slavery,
to
wherever they're going to be,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna make up. They're gonna have to serve their debt to society, right? Pay compensation back to. That's their language. Their court language in the court of their law. Pay their debt back. Compensation. Pay their debt back to society. In their case, they ain't going their whole lifetime. They're gonna have to keep coming back for a couple of times before they pay their debt back to society. And then Obadiah 18. Yeah.
So
Then go on.
Yeah, so
Finish
even
off.
though we're going through that bitterness, part of that dominating over the heathen, that's going to be the everlasting sweet as well.
Right.
Because they'll be forever below us to serve us. Although, of course, after 1,000 years, they're going to be released into their lands. The thing is, they still have to pay reverence and also servitude to us anyways, for us to be able to even bless their lands anyway. So, all in all, the same way Esau's in power now, we're going to be in power 10 times, infinite times more in Yahushua's kingdom.
Yahushua gonna get his lick back, right? And that's even before the kingdom. He's gonna get his lick back, and once he gets his lick back, and as a matter of fact, we're talking about bywords. You know, them having us in subjection and having us in these bywords. Them bywords are gonna be transferred. We're seeing it happening now anyway. Right, the bywords, you know, they be calling us all them ninja words and all them words, bywords. Deuteronomy 28. The bywords is now going over to them now. right? That's why you got all these soup kitchens, and you know, I used to hear a word. You don't hear it so much now. Tramps and beggars and all of that. Now that beggar and the fugitives and all that is falling back upon them, right? Our original Genesis 2:1 and 2, our angelic state, our former state is coming back on us because we were angels, right? In the spirit, spiritual angels. Now we're angels in the flesh, but we're falling under a certain lot because we're paying our debt back to Yahweh, Yahushua, but they're coming back to their former state, which was basemen, vagabonds, fugitives, tramps, right? And I remember that time we in the 60s and the 70s. If you saw Esau, now he's in his kind of glorified state. But even certain man, when we saw them in school, that we always knew that they were stinking, nasty, dirty people, like smelly people. We didn't really want to, you know what I mean? But most kind of cleaned them up, right? Planet of the Apes, you know what I mean? All them kind of, them old movies. What's it again? The movie might come to me, but they were looked upon at that time, the 60s, the 50s. They were looked upon as dirty, smelly people, man. Anyway, right? I asked you to hold that precept. You holding something? I hold you to get something.
I got. What you? No, you.
All right, then bring out what you got. Then
On that point that you made there on Esau, really Esau's is starting to get a taster of the curses, man.
Yeah.
So what Yahweh Shemashai has put upon us, the reverse is really happening, where our enemies are the ones who are.
Bring out Psalms 2 and 8. Yeah. We'll finish off there.
Yeah. So our enemies are going to get the curse. But before I get that, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 7. It says here, the Lord Yahweh shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee from thee 7 ways. So that fear of Israel is also coming up, man. But that's through us having fear in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So as Israelites fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua more, and of course as we get translated into the kingdom of Yahushua, that's when the heathens will also fear us more as well.
Yeah, read that again, Baba Kushal.
So Deuteronomy 28 and verse 7.
Yeah, because that used to apply. That used to be applied to us when we were, the Jim Crow, the post-slavery as well as in slavery. That used to apply to us. Hence why they used to put the those all them chains on us. They got a certain particular chains where if you try and run with it, you get caught up in the bushes. You can't hide in it.
You can't sleep.
You can't rest your head. And they put the chains with a ball. Hence, to stop us from doing that, running.
Yeah.
So that was heavy, but to the point, it's falling upon them now. Yeah, man.
So Deuteronomy 28 and verse 7. It says here, the Lord Yahweh shall cause thine enemies. Psalms 83. Esau, Edom, Ishmael. Moab as well.
Yeah.
A few more.
Yeah. That's their biblical names. Yeah.
Shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. So we're going to witness this, their suffering.
Yep.
It says, they shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways, man.
Yep.
So that's going to be the instability that Esau, Edom's going to face.
Yeah. In Genesis, he spoke about anybody that took vengeance upon Cain, which if you can understand, in the spirit, if you can understand, that was Esau. The seed of Esau came from Cain, right? Hence, they came out of Esau. And the first was Cain, who rose up and slew his brother. So he was given that mark of clean leper. So he became a fugitive. And the scripture said, if you try to lay vengeance upon him, rise up and lay vengeance upon him, you vengeance will be taken upon you 7 times. So there was a mark upon him as in the way of protection. But that time is coming, and it's going to be towards the end of this kingdom when Yahushua returns in the midst of WW3, World War III. Yahushua going to get his first, he's going to get his hands on, he's going to get his lick back first. What are you holding, Baba Kushal?
I got Genesis 12 and verse 1.
All right, go on.
The curse going to go on them.
Yeah, go on, bring it out.
Genesis 12 verse 1. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from the father's house, unto the land that I will shew thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
Yep. So that's coming now. Greatness. We associate it with greatness now, even in our low state.
Yeah.
When you think about those that are revered, we were talking a little bit about it. Michael Jordan.
Yep, LeBron.
That's another name. When you get into the name in the Hebrew, those names: Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan. What's the other one? Michael.
There's another one.
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
I think was it, I don't think it was Michael, but Michael Jackson. You know, the infamous, famous one, right? Who is like God. So even now, right? We got Mosai throws us a little glimpse of what we're gonna be like in our kingdom. You know, even in our low level, in our low state, man. We'll be shining. We'll be reflecting the Most High's glory, man. You know. And that's on the left-hand side. Imagine what's going to be on the right-hand side.
One more here.
Go on.
And I will bless them that bless thee,
Yep.
and curse them that curse thee.
Yeah, and obviously the people are Isaiah 30, 33. No, Isaiah 30, Isaiah 40. Hold on.
All the precepts in here.
Hold on. Isaiah 34. Karen, read that one again.
Genesis 12:3. And I will bless thee, them that bless thee, and I will curse him that curseth thee.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
Yeah, Malachi. Malachi is the one that's hated, and you don't have to bring it. You don't have to get it. But that's why he said if they try to build, he's going to throw down, keep throwing it down, because they're the people of his curse.
Wickedness.
Ultimately, because of they go back to the seed of Cain, right? The cursed man Cain, and for what they've done to Yahshua Allah. Talks about that also in Obadiah, right? For the shame shall cover thee for their violence against our brother Jacob. So they're the cursed people, man. We are even in our low state, but now we stand up with great boldness. I made mention of some of those people. You know, they come and go in the flesh, but when we come, right, the elect, we ain't gonna go. We're going to stand up in great boldness.
Oh, that's a spirit.
You finished that, yeah?
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, bring it out.
Isaiah 1 and verse 10.
Yeah, I was thinking about Isaiah 34 and 5. Yeah, the people of his curse.
Okay.
You get the idea.
Okay. Isaiah 1 and 10, it says, Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power.
Yeah, break it down.
So in the same place that we're amongst the heathens right now, because in Deuteronomy 4 verse 27, the Most High said that we'll be scattered amongst the heathens, as a punishment. That's also part of the curses too. In that same place wherever we are, and of course predominantly in Babylon as well.
Yeah, Babylon the Great.
These heathens are going to admit that these are the sons of Yahweh, the sons of Yahweh, ultimately, and they're going to see that glory in the time to come when we come down. Again, reference to Revelation 21, and really make the heathen submit.
Right.
And of course, whoever doesn't submit, Yahushua is going to say, okay, bring them to him, and then we're going to slay them. I think that's in Luke 21.
Yeah. Someone can hold Ezekiel 36 and 24.
Ezekiel 36 and
24. Yeah, because in that very land where we said that you're not my people, America, bitter, the land of bitter, right? You got over here Europe. America's going to be burnt up. Babylon's going to be burnt up. Going to be fire and smoke simmering in certain places. But like we're over here now in Europe, certain places of Europe ain't going to be touched. So the mother of Babylon, there's going to be certain places where it ain't going to be touched. Predominantly Europe and certain places. So that's the land where we were slaves. We served our time as slaves. Right, even now, brothers have the national, the numbers and all of that. They got a clock in that shows that we're under Esau, right? The modern day harsh taskmaster. So when the missiles hit Babylon, mainly America, it ain't gonna hit everywhere. Certain places, even now where we live now, certain places ain't gonna be touched. Certain places in Europe ain't gonna be touched. So there we got bywords. They got bywords for us everywhere, every parts of the world.
Different
but
languages.
in those very lands, right, there it shall be said that we are the sons of the living God. And as you brought that precept out, a vision came back to me that could have been one of the first visions I had in a particular area, because you got ghettos. All parts of the world there's ghettos, and the scripture says that we will be in ghettos, you know, as bywords.
Yeah.
As bywords. And I had a vision that I was over there, and anytime I do have visions about my old areas, certain places, right, it's always different places.
Yeah.
You know, like now you got gentrification. It looks different even now because they've modernized everything. They've made Esau come in and, you know, rebuild. But those buildings, right, when I had this vision, everything was like greenery, fields. If you ever, for those that have been out up north in the country, certain places where there's like rural areas, it was like that. So potentially some of the places where we would grow up, right, urban areas, gonna get back to, you know, I'm speaking, you know, gonna get back to that type of environment, that kind of scenery we're gonna have, right? For those of us, we're gonna be going all anywhere, because the whole world was created for our sakes anyway. So we're gonna be going any and anywhere we want, and I'm gonna focus on because brothers be talking about going up into certain places, you know, but you know, that's in John 4:14-1. In my house are many mansions.
Yeah, man.
But you know, we're gonna take it step by step. Other writers are we and we grow. We continue to grow in this thing and embrace this thing, and know why we're in this thing. Appreciate this thing. Let's get back to the
Psalms 2?
You speaking about the heathen. Then you can get
Where you went? 30.
Ezekiel 36 around 24. But get back and finish off
Okay. So on that point as well, you know, where we'll be called the sons of the living power, this is another precept to support that. This is Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, these heathens of whom have again caused us pain and suffering.
Yep.
And I will save
So
her.
that's the spirit, man. I had that on board. Go on.
And
Bring it
I will
out.
save her
Yeah.
that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. So of course, predominantly that's happening in Babylon, but of course, wherever else that the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, of course, Yaharatazar, have been scattered across the earth, we're going to get that praise and fame back, man.
Yeah.
You know, so even on that point, I did mention about Yahushua saying, okay, whoever refuses that he reign over them, you know, basically bring them to him so that they can be slayed, essentially killed.
Yeah.
So Luke 19:27.
Yeah, hold on. Stay on Ephesians 3 and you read 19, yeah? Read 20, yeah? And then I'm gonna hand it to Ahab, yeah?
Alright, come on. Let me get the precept here. So Zephaniah 3 and
You just read it, yeah?
yeah, verse 20 now.
Yeah.
At that time,
It backs up the point as well.
at that time will I bring you again,
Yeah.
even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise.
See, hold on a minute, Baba Kushah. You've got to breathe first. Got to breathe on that one there. Read that one again, Baba Kushah.
Zephaniah 3:20. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name.
Stop there, man, because those bywords, man, ninjas, you know, I could get graphic. All the bywords. Some of us we heard that all the time in school, right? In Babylon, the mother of Babylon, they try to drum on it, and words do have effects on you.
It does.
You treat someone badly, you know, they treat them like an animal, and then they start to behave like an animal. In all these, you know, they got Jake in a lot of these places. What they call them? Prison houses. Prison houses. Yeah, you can say that too, because these projects they call them in America. Houses. What's the other ones, man? You got they call them in America. They call them projects, but over here they call them estates. Little ghettos. You know, or prison houses. And you know, you have to you all sharp with each other. Everybody's got to deal with each other's habits. I personally like to have, you know, my own space and be around like-minded people. The brothers, aka the brothers, obviously can't. This is part of the bitter, you know. But anyway, the point is that we are living horribly, man, and we're gonna get our names back, right? As it says, they finish it, man. Because a name is what does the scripture say about a name? A name is better to have a name than is as good oil.
Yes.
I think that's in Ecclesiastes 7 from the top.
on.
As a matter of fact,
I think it's the first
Should I
one.
get?
yeah, hold it on board, but finish that one and then go to it after. 'Cause I don't want to butcher it. Yeah.
Zephaniah 3 and 20.
And then what you got? Bring yours out. What you got after as well. Yeah, I ain't forgot. Yeah,
Zephaniah 3 and 20. At that time, will I bring...
yeah, because we want to take our. See, the thing is, right? We understand the bitter, and you can't jump out the bitter. But how you deal with the bitter, you got to know. You got to focus, know in mind. If it's a cold shower, right? In 5 minutes time or in 2 minutes time, I'm going to be out of it.
Yeah.
You see, there's a side, you know, there's that side of it. The Most High is a balanced Father. He's a just God, right? Deals with balance. So that's what helps you to deal with the bitter when you focus on, you know what I mean? Think on the positive things, on the what's to come, the sweet. Because everybody will tell you that they got a sweet tooth about something. You know, they like a bit of sweet here and there, and you know, even them top men in the gym, they treat themselves because they understand their bodies. You know what I mean? You work hard, you do the hard graft. You got to you got to feed him. You got to feed that monster. You know what I mean? Go on, bro.
So Zephaniah 3 and 20.
That's the balance.
At that time will I bring you again, even the time that I gather you.
Yeah.
For I will make you a name and a praise among the people of the earth when I turn back your captivity.
See, among the people, right? Among the people, you know.
Yeah.
Right? So right now we're among the people. So it's going to be on this side of Okium. It's going to be on this side. We're seeing it already, brothers. You know, I don't want to, you know, put anybody's business, but, you know, the brothers can't, he's like, they're fighting to get them off already, man. Yeah, undercover right now. It's going to be 7 women, you know, which is,
Any amount.
any man, you know, it's going to be unlimited for a brother, you know, what he can bear. But even now, brothers got stories, man. They're, you know, they're fighting them off to a certain extent now in their, it's kind of more undercover, under the radar in their corporate worlds and the colleges and all of that. So they get, the Most High is giving you, throwing us a bone there for us to see prophecies, right?
A taster.
Be a taster of things to come. So it's among among all of the people, right? Because what did the Elder Apostle Tahabi saying? You know a people by their women, man. Right? So when the women, their women, be all around us, all trying to look at us already. Even they was doing that when we was on the cotton fields anyway, right? But you know, and doing certain things just to get with Jake. Now it's like we're coming, you know, it's coming a bit more. What's the word? They had to do it undercover, under the radar, behind the scenes, and do all kinds of strategy to get with Jake. Now they're a bit more open with it and being a bit more blatant with it. But that's just how it's going to be, man. Our own women are going to get in their right minds too. Right now they're not in their right minds, but that's you know, the women. Back to the point. You know the people by their women. If their women are out of order, which Esau woman's out of order for him right now. She's what's the word? She's become a what's that word? When someone starts to speak other people, what is that word, man?
What's it?
When someone starts to expose.
Whistleblower?
That's it.
Whistleblower.
A whistleblower. You could say the word whistleblower. Speaking against what our own man is doing. Right? And it's going to get even worse. They're going to start to betray the top man up there in the White House soon. They're going to start to say, this man's mad. He's a madman. They're going to start going up against him. Which already, the way that he's cutting those jobs, those people in, you know, in the working in the up in the White House with his dynamic duo, his partner in crime, Elon Musk. They're already wondering what kind of madman is this we let in there, right? And then they're starting to talk about government shutdown, but it's all in line with fulfillment of prophecy anyway. So you know people by the women. We know they know that we're down. We're reminded all the time by the state of our women that they're out of order. It's no secret, but that time is coming. Our women are going to get in order, and Esau women, all the heathen women, want to be with Jake. We should already once again we're seeing the signs of the sweet, the ultimate sweet coming. The end of the bitter and the ultimate sweet, everlasting sweet coming. The title of this video. Coming soon. Yeah, man.
All right, this is I just finished Zechariah 3 and I was holding something. Yeah, this is Luke 19.
Hold on,
27.
Ezekiel.
I got it.
It says, but those mine enemies,
It's the one you want to.
which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Yes. Read that again, Baba Kusha. Read that again.
Luke 19:27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Go on.
Of course, in that time to come, where Yaratazar, will make up there, we go through the crowning ceremony, and then we come back down. Israelites of whom are around the world, not in Babylon, by the way, to be more specific. But Babylon has its own judgment where they're gonna get the nuclear missiles. But the ones who are against Yahushua, those are going to be brought to him, and then we're going to slay them, man. And of course, the spirits are going to have to come back through the loins of their elect in order to be purified again. Mm-hmm. So that's what that's referring to. Because really, you could like the 2/3 are also enemies of Yahushua, really wicked Israelites of whom are against Yahushua as enemies of Yahushua as well. So that's what that means in Luke 19:27, where it says, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, to rule over them, to have power over them, bring hither, to bring to Yahushua and slay them before me. So it's going to be raw, man. It's going to be raw. Even in certain art forms as well. There's this, what's it called? A comic called Invincible, where they have a nation called the Viltrumites, man. And really, that nation called the Viltrumites, they're very raw and direct and just want to conquer from planet to planet. And that's the way Israel's going to be, man. They're going to have planets as well. Israelites are going to have planets, but that's only going to be for Israelites, man. But the heathen, they're going to be under subjection. That's the thing. And the things in the show as well, called Invincible, well, through the Spirit as well, Israelites are going to be invincible because they're not going to be able to die anymore.
Yeah.
So in the show called Invincible, there's a guy called Mark, of whom had the role to prepare Earth for the arrival of the Viltrumites, man. And the ruler of it as well to come. But he wasn't obeying them. So he got punished by that from a guy called Conquest, which was also another Viltrumite who came to check whether he was doing his role. So just like the way us right now, our role is to prophesy and to serve Yahushua, and of course we get a few checkups as well to see whether we're actually doing it in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why we get afflicted until the very moment where we can say the job is finished, man. So I'm just linking, the show, where you got Viltrumites and you got us, the Israelites as well. Just we're on a little tangent there, but that's the point, man. Yahushua is going to slay whoever disobeys him in that time to come when he arrives. So again, that's Luke 19 verse 27.
Yeah. All right, bring out this one. Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. Now say what you said. Say it again, because we were talking. Say what you were saying again. Just the last bits. What you were saying.
Come on. All I was saying is, comparing the Viltrumite Empire to really what Israelites are going to have, when Yahushua's kingdom is then established, man. Because that Viltrumite Empire, for those of you who wanna watch it, the show is called Invincible on Amazon Prime. It's really talking about Israelites when they come back in Yahushua's kingdom to rule over the heathen.
Right.
And the reason why I mentioned that point is because Luke 19:27 said, but those my enemies, which can also be considered amongst Israelites of whom don't want to listen to Yahushua, says, which would not that I should
the rebellious of our people.
Bring hither and slay them before.
Yeah. So that's going to be the end result of those who don't respect Yahshua Allah, right? And the men that he gave you, right? The men that you don't respect, you look at us, as just ordinary men, which we're ordinary men, but the Most High assigned us for, one of the elders, one of the big brothers said, ordinary men doing extraordinary things. So it's the work, and we give the glory to the Most High. We don't take any glory for it, for ourselves, but the work has to go forward, man. Right? Because that's the Most High's movie. So read.
Where you want me? 36 to where?
And start from around 24.
Okay.
And then read up to 30, and then
Come on.
Ezekiel 36 verse 24. For I will take from you, from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land.
You see, because I wanted to focus on that, man. We're getting our name back. Right, that byword, them names. We know them names too well, man. All them bywords and all of that, right? And the way that they treat us, right? All the, the first person that I remember being shot was Trayvon Martin. Then you had Mike Brown, and then you had George Floyd. There's a whole, to name a few, right? That's how we was treated, man. That's how you get. That's the respect that you get when they see you as that word, that byword, and you have no land. They don't respect people who ain't got no land, no money. You know,
No,
it's a carnal world, but it's not even about that because we're the we're the Most High chosen people. But we're gonna get carry on reading, man. Let the scripture speak.
Verse 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon
Yeah.
you, and ye shall be clean.
After he's given us our own land, yeah, that's a start. Our big brother be talking a lot about that. Land is wealth, man. That's real wealth. Land, cattle, right? We hear about all the, it's not even about the greenbacks and all of that, RFINs. It's not about that. It's about land, cattle. Ease, they understand that very well. The elite of ease, not the rednecks. Land, cattle,
I gotta appreciate
wealth, gold. You know what I mean? We're gonna read up to 30, then bring out your precept. And we're gonna start winding down now, yeah. So there's just gonna be a couple more precepts to bring out.
A new heart also will I give you.
Yeah, that's where, when we get into the when he says Abba Ratazar, come up hither, Revelations chapters 11 and 12. Come up hither, going up into the. That's the sweet again. We're gonna say bye bye to the bitter. It's sweet now, because we ate up all the bitter. We know what the bitter's like.
Yes.
High priest King Yaquab said we're gonna understand both sides. So we're yamming up the bitter, getting through it, eating up the dregs, all the bottom of it, and he's saying, drink it. You finish? No, finish it. You know when we was younger. Finish your greens. Come on. Yeah, if you don't finish the greens, you're not going playing that later. Oh, all right then. So yeah, we're finishing the greens. Abba Ratazar, going up it, we come up hither. That's the greens. We let it digest. You know what I mean? The sweet is coming now. Carry on, Baba Kushar.
Right.
You can hold that on board as well. We're going to end with that. Just hold it on board. Revelation 11 and 12. And what hold on board with what you got as well.
Again, Ezekiel 36 and 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you,
Yeah.
and ye shall be clean
Yep.
from all your filthiness,
Yep.
and from all your idols.
Because we ain't going to see no more. All the, no more being defiled by the heathen and their gods, right? Serving their gods and just being around them is, there's a perverse spirit just being in Babylon, mother of Babylon and Babylon. And, getting tainted by them in the corporate world, their ways of life is talking about. So we have a one heart towards our God. Yeah?
Will I cleanse you?
Yeah.
A new heart.
What verse are you in now?
In 25, going to 26 now.
All right.
A new heart also will I give you,
Yep.
and a new spirit will I put within you.
So that cuts the covenant. They're talking about we're in the new covenant already. So why haven't we got new bodies then? Where's your whole shot? They're stupid, pure foolishness. We it's good that that's some of the bitter too when we have scoffers, because we get to address them, and for those who are sincere and they look at the folly and the stupidity of the scoffers, which the Most High, the deceiver and the deceiver are his anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just for them to be cut, for the sincere of our people to say, look, okay, they're the sincere ones. They're the ones speaking GMS are the ones speaking 100% truth. Right? This is the Most High's movie. So that's why we get scoffers. That's part of the bitter, but it's actually good that they be sneaking up every now and then just to get cut and put back in their place again. Right? So that does away with they say we're in a new covenant. We know we're not in no new covenant.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, carry on.
Another point here. And I will take away the stony heart
Yep.
out of your flesh.
Yeah.
And I will give you an heart of flesh.
Right, and we ain't got a heart of flesh yet. That's why we keep going off. So of course we're not on the new covenant, man. We need Yahushua to come back once and for all, right? Because that's going to be the icing. I call it the grand finale of all finales. Carry on, read down to 30, Baba Kushar.
And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
Yeah, because we're judges, man. We're seeing things now. You made an interesting point earlier. When we see things now and we don't get justice, we just have to observe it and suck it up. That's the bitter. And we can mark them, right? When people, just an example of the man in your corner shop, slapping the money down. When someone don't really respect you. You know what I mean? It shows out. It shows in their actions. So all that, and you just mark them. You don't have to get into no back and forth with them. So they're gonna be judged for it.
Yeah.
We're judges now.
Yeah.
Taking what they call it. If you got a spiritual black book, there's nothing wrong with that. A black book. you write them motherfuckers down. Bring them when they come back, born again. whatever time they come back, we're gonna know. Grabbed him by their neck and say, "Oh, I remember you. I remember you." I think that was in one of those movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he saw can't remember the name, Johnny something, the guy that he was gonna grow up to make. You know, because you know some of these movies are deep and they have to go back to the future. What was the movie? What was the movie? One of the Terminator movies where he lifted up one of the John Connor and he said, "Oh, John Connor, it's going to be John Connor."
Oh, yes,
because he went back to the
baby,
future
yeah,
to see.
yeah.
He said, "Oh, okay." So we're gonna in the spirit we're gonna be looking at. One of the Rothschilds. Okay, David. Okay. I'll give you a call. All right. You might. Some brothers might say, "I'll give you a little while for you to grow and get some." Put your little dungarees on and get out of your nappy. But some
straight from the womb.
I don't know, some brothers might get so anyway. I don't want to go, let's not go there too much, man. You know what I mean? Whatever because we're judges at the end of the day. We are going to judge them when they come back. We're going to expect them to come back. We're going to see them from the eye we're at them knee. From your eye they are your knee. You know, me know you. You ever heard that before? From your idea you need, we're gonna know them from the idea from the time they come out the poop. We're gonna know them. That's when the judgment gonna start. You started to laugh. Yeah, carry on, Brother Guja.
And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers.
Yeah.
And ye shall be.
There's a lot there. We can't bring it all out. Like I say, time is moving quickly, man. 2 more precepts, yeah.
And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God.
Yeah, I think that we could end there, man. Abu Ratazar, I mean. On that precept, but I know you got something you're holding.
Psalms 2 if you want.
Have you finished with it, or is there more there? Yeah, bring out the point about how we supposed to serve the Most High. Bring out, get to the point in Psalms 2, yeah.
Okay, so this is Psalms 2 and verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. That's the heathen. Verse 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. That's talking about us, that we do make it, in those chariots. And verse 11, the key part, verse 11 and verse 12, serve the Lord Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son.
Yep.
That's referring to Yahushua.
Yep.
Lest he be angry, which means to please him, in our service to him.
Yep.
And ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him, man. So that's that reverence that we need to give to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. We do that through our works, unto him, man. Even though we know that it's through the grace of Yahweh, that's how we say. But nevertheless, we've got to play our role. That's the point.
Yeah. So that's it. We have to give him reverence. Kiss the Son, man. He's the one and only, man. Through him, we are saved. Through Yahweh to get to Yahweh, through Yahushua to get to Yahweh. Right, because he was the firstborn, begotten of the Most High himself. So we reverence him, we do worship him, not like like again. I make mention of the scoffers. We don't give them too much of our energy, but that they come forward so that they could be shut down, and the elect who be watching, observing, can see who the true men of the Lord are. You know what I mean? So we could end with this one. Yeah.
2 Ezra 7 and 48. O thou Adam, what hast thou done?
Yeah. Adam, which is part of the movie, right? He took the fruit, he went, he gave it to Eve, which that was like that was part of the movie. So that was the question. It's a question there. It's a question, yeah? Carry on.
For thou it was thou that sinned.
Yeah.
Thou art not.
And we suffer the consequences of Adam's sin, which we know Adam was the first, was Yahushua, right? Through Adam, we all died. Through second Adam, Yahushua, we all live. We know that very well. Carry on.
Right. Thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee.
Yeah, there you go. It's making the point for me. Yeah, carry on. Last one.
For what profit is it unto us, if there be promised us an immortal time?
Stop.
Hey!
You made mention of that, man. Now, this bitter, what we're experiencing, we read it already. I have not seen, I have not heard the things that the Most High have in store for us, yeah? So, it doesn't compare. The bitter ain't going to compare with the sweet. It's going to be deep, diving deep, dig dig deep, dig deep, dig deep.
Inside joke.
Inside joke. So yeah, brother, you know, brothers who know, know. Yeah, and we ain't gonna let that go. You know, because it's part of the movie.
Yeah.
Go on, man.
Let me read verse 50. And that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves being most wicked are made vain.
Right. So the point is, man, immortality, right? Free from bitter to everlasting sweet soon.
Yeah.
So something for Akim, me myself, first and foremost, applying it to myself, meditating upon while we're in the bitter, we're in the bitter, right? We're drinking it all down, but soon it's going to be everlasting sweet, man.
Wow.
Right? As a matter of fact, I said that was the last one. Bring out the Revelation 11 and 12. We're going to end with that one.
Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Yeah. Break it down, man.
Yeah, so that's really, you know, simplistically, that's just the elect of Yahweh Hashem Shai entering those chariots. And of course, those are enemies. That also can include 2/3 as well in America. So as the heathens are going to witness the beaming up of the elect as well.
Right.
Yeah, and then that's also reference to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse around 3. I won't get it, but that's just the strangeness of salvation, man, that people won't expect.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Right, so we're going to say goodbye to the bitter, right? Everlasting sweet, right? We're going to have the new bodies. We're going to be beamed up into the chariots, man. Right, and that's when it starts. There's so much I can talk about this. That's when it starts. And brothers be looking forward to the yarn, all kind of things, you know what I mean? But it's going to be sweet. We know that. You know what I mean? I know I'll be thinking about the yarn, see, you know, from your whole shy, but
Proper stuff.
that's just to name a few, man. You know what I mean? So the Wada Yahweh Shema Shai once again for putting the spirit on us to get together again as a brotherhood. Yeah. You know my name, Ariyah.
Ahab.
And Razah.
Right. Yeah. Putting the spirit on us, the Wada, for that. So that we can, you know, Abu Razak was edifying to all this sincere elect out there. We're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Until
Shalom.
the next one.
Shalom.
Shalom.